It's often suggested that all women have a sixth sense. Roxy recently visited the Spier wine farm to put her senses to the ultimate test at the Woolworths Secret Sensory Experience, where flavour and intuition meet.
Have you ever noticed how food tastes different depending on the mood that you're in, or if you're listening to a particular type of music while tasting a particular flavour? Here at the tasting room at the Woolies Secret Sensory Experience, hearing is believing.
It's one thing to look at a menu where aroma combinations have been decided for you, but the Flavour Society encourages us to follow our nose, trust our instincts, and to experiment.
Catherine, flavour seems to be a trend that's not going away anytime soon, and it creates amazing combinations of flavour. How do you know what's hot?
We've got amazing relationships with local chefs and local industry. We travel a lot, we get to eat a lot. We attend local and international seminars and conferences, but if I had to put my finger on it, I think that what really nails it for us is that we're all incredibly passionate about food and food culture. So really understanding what is happening in the world around us does translate into what ends up on your plate.
Is it easy to actually create and combine and experiment with these different flavours?
It's so easy. If you look at the world around us, there are so many cultural melting pots of people coming together with different backgrounds, different food cultures and ethnicities, and really just bringing flavour together and reinventing it and re-looking at it in different ways.
There's a flavour burst in citrus, a sense of reward in a waffle, and a suggestion of summer in a salad.
Sriracha seems to be the flavour of the day. It's hot, it's daring, and everybody's talking about it.
Well, sriracha, the spicy, salty, acidic flavour, it's finding its way onto menus across the world, and it's becoming a staple.
So how are we experimenting with it today?
Well, today we've got an installation set up where you can taste the flavours: sumac, chipotle, lime, sriracha, salted caramel, and mix them and blend them and create your own flavour combination.
Even guests who usually make conservative choices found themselves surprisingly liberated by the experimental spirit.
What did you decide to challenge your palate with?
I challenged my palate with a maple syrup at the bottom and salted caramel at the top, with coconut shavings, and it looks like fudge and white chocolate on the top.
I went for the sumac and sumac combination. It tastes like nothing I've ever had before, slightly spicy, but very delicious.
I'm going to try out the sriracha ice cream. Apparently sriracha has quite a feminine smell, and I've been told that it's spicy and sour all at the same time. I'm going to challenge my taste buds. I've decided to combine my sriracha ice cream with a little bit of maple syrup, some sweetness, and some sumac. This has been a real treat for the senses, but now it's time to get ready for a sensory experience of a different kind. Tonight's top secret sensory dinner with Woolworths and the food editor of Taste magazine.
When bold chefs and food innovators offer alternative dining ideas, people are now rising to the occasion. For Abigail Donnelly, there's never been a more dynamic time in food culture.
Why has there been a move towards street style and local flavours?
It's all about sincerity, it's about authenticity, and also it's about food memories. You know, everything that I do has a memory. It could have been yesterday, it could have been growing up with my grandmother who inspired me to cook. And I think also people want a different, unique way of eating. And I think that's where the trend of the street trucks and all that is, it's a phenomenon that's kind of hit worldwide, and that's the authenticity that I absolutely love.
So how are you going to keep the guests guessing tonight?
And it's about, you know, innovating different ingredients of Woolworths and the Flavour Society that gives the consumer the confidence to kind of just play.
There's science and psychology at the heart of flavour. It's a whole field of study for Janice Wang from Oxford University.
Janice, why is it that if we eat something at a restaurant, come home, try and recreate it, it might taste completely different?
Research has shown that the sound conditions that we're in can really impact our perception of taste. So for example, when you're in an environment with very loud noise, your perception of sweetness actually goes down, but your perception of umami or savoriness goes up. And what we found was that people's perception of spiciness actually varied dramatically depending on which sound they heard.
So many flavours, such little time. This day has certainly added some spice to my life, and I can't wait to drop some names at my next dinner party.
Variety is the spice of life, and the Woolies sensory experience was a feast for all 6 of Roxy's senses. Here's to going where your imagination takes you in all new Taste and Cook this season.